why did you have to change? How you look, how you sound, you been acting kinda strange. All of a sudden, you addicted to the fame. And I ain't saying no names, but you been messing with some lames. Never wanna talk about stuff that we go through. The way you give it up, ain't no getting to know you. They ain't even working for it, I feel like they owe you. That's why I'm hoping you would go back to the old you. When it come to material, you a mess. The chain not real, so tell me why you impressed. I heard your new man was even wearing a dress. Sorry, I'm not sorry for none of the disrespect. It's a shame, I remember when you used to be real. Now you fake it in a $3 bill, that's how I feel. The first thing I said the minute I got the deal, if I keep it real, I bet you she wanna chill.
Oh, it's cool that you're chasing the fame, but you promised me you never would change. Just a goddamn shame. Everything it seems so strange, it's like I barely even know your name. Barely even know your name.
You need to go back to the old you. You don't understand how I'm missing the old you. We supposed to be together for stuff that we go through, but it's a shame how I feel like I really don't know you. How come he always talking about how much he keep it real? Probably using the lean from when he washing down the pills. Got you thinking that you better if your body not real. He never paid dues, so what he can pay the bills? The internet got you thinking he been a threat. I be wondering, how come nobody ain't get him yet? He ain't got a problem using a gimmick to get a check, but I grind like nobody gave me my dinner yet. I'm trying to eat, that's all hungry people wanna do. Maybe we could travel the world, just me and you. Married to the game till we old like the school. Remember the honeymoon and how we spent it in the booth? Damn, why they lowered your self-esteem? Your heart easily broken like the iPhone screens. It's time to get back to being the king and the queen. If they think of breaking the team, then it's probably in a dream.
Oh, it's cool that you're chasing the fame, but you promised me you never would change. Just a goddamn shame. Everything it seems so strange. It's like I barely even know your name. Barely even know your name.
Oh, it's cool that you're chasing the fame, but you promised me you never would change.
It's a goddamn shame.
Everything it seems so strange. It's like I barely even know your name. It's a goddamn shame. Yo.
You need to go back to the old you. You don't understand how I'm missing the old you. We supposed to be together for stuff that we go through, but it's a shame how I feel like I really don't know you. You need to go back to the old you.
Hey, I created this beautiful logo for my bike shop with Wix Logo Maker. Check it out.
All right, buddy.
Go to
Nobody
Wix.com
cares.
Logo Maker.
Nobody cares about your bike shit. All right. This is the Minx Show podcast. We are live on several different platforms. We have a lot of new faces, a lot of old faces. But it's going to be a good show. I appreciate everybody that is hanging out with me on a Friday night. Shout out to Facebook. Shout out to Periscope. Shout out to YouTube. I see the crowd is going wild. The crowd is going wild. Let's head over to the comments. Oh, let's look at the feedback for that song. We got Periscope tuned in. I missed the Spacely 7. He says, one artist to another, yo. This joint fire. Ooh, that's all we play on here, darling. Again, you guys got to forgive my knocking radiator. We already know how that goes. Shout out to Tony Grands. Tony Grands. How are you? That's my homie. I like Tony Grands. He got a nice voice. I love his voice. D-Rhyme says, are they going nuts yet? They probably are. So I got a good show for you guys. Y'all got to forgive me. I got some I was pissed off before I came on the show. Everybody was like, your selfie looks like really upset. And I was like, yeah, my dad just went back to Atlanta. And I'm like, I'm so heartbroken. I can't explain it. But I said, I told my manager before I got on, I said, the show must go on. The show must go on. I can't let life's trials and tribulations affect the show. So, I'm a get out of it. I promise. I promise. But again, shout out to everybody that tunes in on a weekly basis. And, we got a lot of good stuff to talk about today. The topic of today's conversation is called apocalypse. And I call it apocalypse because there's a big apocalyptic thing going on that has to do with content creators and just creators in general. And I know that you guys have seen recently that, I am what you consider a content creator because I do my skits, I do my rants, and this is just, a part of it. All right. So, I dig the banner. Your pops did a great job. Yes. Yeah. D-Rhyme. My dad really did leave. I was like, oh, but again, let me show y'all let me show it to y'all. This is the banner. You guys saw it last week. But soon we'll be getting a new cap for my microphone from Station Head. I'm excited. Again, brand ambassador. It's just very important to rep the whole station. All right. So again, we got a couple of articles and a couple of conversational pieces, and my interview is with the one and only Bakeman Global. He's actually going to be calling in around 10:15 so we can get this interview started. I was really excited to talk to him earlier in the week because we just have a lot in common. And this is my client. This is my client. This is my guest for this evening. Again, Bakeman Global, and I can't wait to get him on and get into this conversation. A couple of things that, a lot of artists need to understand about branding and just putting yourself out there in the right way. Again, shout out to Facebook. We got people on Facebook tuning in. I was going to go live on Station Head today, but again, I'm waiting for a new iRig to come in because I need a working iRig before I even attempt to go ham. What are the comments happening? Mr. Morpheus, my dad. Oh, he says, I'm here in spirit though. I know, Dad. I'm just depressed a little bit. I hate when you leave me. Pouty face. He says, I feel you though. The tastemaker revolution is in full swing. This content APOC is a bit worrying. Yes, that's what we're going to get into today. This is what we're going to get in today to about this apocalypse going on that's targeting content creators and creators in general. I know you guys saw during the week, on my stories, on Instagram, on Twitter, people have been asking me, why are you answering like all these weird questions? And I'm going to tell you guys why after the interview so that you guys can get a better idea as to how Minx gets down. Yes, new look. My hair is turning gray and I figured let me just go with the storm look. So what y'all thinking? Y'all liking it? I love it. I love it. I gave y'all a little bit of a preview around Halloween. I wanted to see how the look was, but I'm gonna run with it. It's good to build your own brand. So people used to say all the time, I reminded them of Storm. So now it's we Storm now. Tony Grant says YouTube attacked like 6 of my videos, demonetized them, deleted one, and gave me my first strike ever. Oh my God, Tony, that's so horrible. I'm so upset that you had to deal with that. I'm afraid to check my YouTube. I'm on there live now. They're going to give me 3 strikes after I play some of your songs. But that's okay. We got the www.theminxshow.com now. Let them try some funky stuff. I got my own shit. Shout out to Carlos Charles. What's goody? I'm so happy you're expecting a turkey this holiday season. I'm so happy. I hope it comes with pickles, sir. My brother, he had me having a heart attack a little bit, thinking that he was expecting. I'm about to say, what? What do you mean? All right, so I'm going to get my guest on. That's enough for me, guys. I'm going to get my guest on. And let me get my camera up. Is my camera up? Yes, it is. Awesome. So again, Bakeman Global is an independent artist, and he is a brand ambassador for Godsville NYC. You can follow him at Bakeman Global, which is on Instagram. And of course, he's on Facebook and Twitter as well. But his social media of choice is Instagram, like everybody. So let's get him on the phone. Again, you guys might hear a brief silence, followed by a crazy, tunes. All right, so we're going to give him a call right now. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's what matters. Let me get my let me get you into your box over here. Let me put you in your box.
Yeah, put me in the box.
There you are.
Oh yeah, I'm there.
You're gonna see doubles. I don't know why the system does that. You're gonna see some doubles, but that's cool.
Okay, no problem.
So Bakeman Global.
You hear me loud and clear? You hear me good?
I hear you loud and clear.
All right, cool.
Awesome. So Bakeman Global. I'm first of all, I definitely want to say we have a friend in common. I was very surprised. The world is so small. Privilege, Sir Privy.
Oh, Deuce, my man Deuce.
Yeah. That's
Deuce the Privilege, yes.
That's my homie. I've known him for I think maybe 10 years now.
Yes.
When I saw that, we had mutual friends, I was like, the music business is so funny because it's like you never know who knows who. So when I saw that he was sharing, tonight's episode information, I was like, oh, you know Bakeman? He's like, yeah, I know Bakeman. I was like, oh my God, it's such a small world.
Absolutely, man. That's when you moving and shaking like this, the world is even smaller.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And since, I wanted to say, earlier, I think the other day when I spoke to you, I said, Bakeman Global. I was like, when I first heard your name, I was like, wow. I was like, are you like a financial consultant or are you from a financial institution?
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever heard that, man. I think I'm gonna have to use that, man.
What made you come up with that as a stage name for yourself?
Yeah, well, when I was a basketball player, anything that related to scoring a lot of points, money in the bank, that was my name. So at first it was Chase. It was Chase Baker, time to make the bread. Then it evolved to Bakeman Global because there's about 4 other Chase Bakers if you Google the name. So a friend of mine's that actually inspired me to rap named Kid Mac, he gave me the name Bakeman Global. I wanted something that symbolized, taking over the world, but everybody has the name international has been used a lot, so I just wanted to have something like that. So then I prided myself on being a type of artist that has a record for anywhere you drop me off on the world. Bakeman Global.
And that's one of the things when I was reading your bio, I was like, it's so strange how most of us, like the majority of us, when we get into music, we always started somewhere that was not music at all. What made you want to become an artist?
Well, when I was playing professional basketball in Australia from 2003 to 2011, maybe around the end of my career, I want to say 2009, 10, I started saying to myself, what am I going to do after music? I said, I got a college degree. I like the game a lot, but I really don't love it anymore. I wasn't motivated to train all the time. I was playing in a league where I was able to pretty much do what I want. So the love for the game was slowly going away. I was missing my family, so I kept saying to myself, what's next? So when I had a game in Melbourne, a doubleheader, I was playing Saturday and Sunday, I went to see a friend of mine's named Kid Mac. He's from Harlem, but his dad is naturalized, so he's living in Australia. I went to see him perform at a bar. It was a dope event. And when I saw my friend, I was immediately inspired to start writing and become an artist. Before, when I was an athlete, I've been to dozens of shows with famous artists, and I never was inspired to be an artist till I saw my friend. And I just said, all right, this is something that I want to take seriously. I applied the same work ethic that I had when I was an athlete to the artistry, to the craft. been in showcases. I won a lot. I lost a lot. I built a lot of relationships. I made sure I was coachable and taking criticism, and I got really good really fast.
I used to play ball. A lot of people don't believe that. I was
Oh yeah.
varsity, and I was in the 10th grade. I was varsity starter.
Wow.
Our team was trash, though. I'll definitely say I was embarrassed. I was like, these bitches, they don't know how to pass. They don't know how to run any of the drills. It's like they forgot. Like it was almost like watching Space Jam, and we were just like totally bombing. Like we were very terrible. I would definitely say I was nice, but they didn't have good direction. So trust me, I get it. Because of those incidents, I don't watch basketball or anything like that anymore because of the embarrassment. You know what it's like to have your parents and everybody come out and your whole team is not, they just weren't getting it. I was like, how are y'all varsity? Like, y'all trash.
Yeah.
But
It's like that sometimes.
if you lose as a team, you lose as a team. Like, it's like everybody took the L. It wasn't just, one person. So
Absolutely.
I definitely get it. I wanted to be a baller. That was my thing. I wanted to play ball in college, and that didn't really work out for me. But that's actually good. I saw that in your bio also. You said you were also, you hung around the studio, and you were just like that person that just wanted to learn the skill of being a MC. And I don't call you a rapper. I don't consider you a rapper. I consider you an MC. That's a bigger parameter because you don't really make that, twerking and dabbing and, hoes and bros and stuff like that. I didn't really get that vibe from your music.
Yeah. Nah, I always try to make sure I have some sort of substance. When I was in college, my professors used to tell me that I excelled. They said I had a dope way of painting the picture in my short stories and my literature classes. And when I used to write my short stories, I used to be able to paint the picture very well. So I think that helped me at making a transition to an artist is, having an extensive vocabulary and being able to put substance in the songs.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because it all starts with English literature. Eminem himself, he said he read the dictionary, and a lot of
Yes.
people thought that was like a far fetched thing. But I've read the dictionary as well, and that's why there's a lot of wordplay. Even as a rapper, you can't you can't really come out here with elementary school bars. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Yep.
your single that you're pushing right now. First of all, I really enjoyed the video because sometimes the visual catapults the song. What made you come up with that concept?
I didn't hear. It was a little bit of fuzziness.
Oh, that's okay. No, I said what made you come up with the concept for the video for the song?
Oh yeah. So when I first, one thing with me is when I hear the beat, I immediately start thinking about the subject matter, and the beat drove me towards making it a dope hip hop record. So I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna.
Uh-oh. Did we lose you?
Oh yeah, somebody tried to call, but I hung up. I don't know what to do in those moments. Um,
I'm about to say, oh no.
Yeah, so I said I'm gonna make it appear to be about a relationship, but it's really every single bar is about how I feel about the state of hip hop. It's not about. I just use the metaphor of a relationship. Tell me why did you have to change, and I go into the story of how I feel about the state of hip hop now. So then joining that with the Hamiltones, R&B Grammy nominated soul group. So it's like it was a beautiful marriage.
That's where that chord, because sometimes I see, especially when we do features, I could see the whole chemistry in there. Like it just wasn't like you guys just got together and did a song.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
No,
think I'm gonna put this on airplane mode.
okay. No, actually, if you do that, you're gonna lose me. Hold on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Give me a second, guys. Give me one moment. Hold on. Hold on. I think I lost him. Hold on. Let me call him back because that. He'll call back. Yeah. So anywho, when he calls back, we'll continue the conversation. And a lot of people, they didn't know I used to play ball. That's why I always laugh when I tell people that. They're like, hold on. I'm calling him back. Give me 1 minute. Okay.
Got his ticket. Yeah, we back.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get your camera back. Okay. All right, yeah, that happens. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I started to panic. I didn't know.
No, it's okay. So where do we leave off? Oh yeah. The chemistry and all of that with the video. How, like, when you shot the video and you guys, like, did you all come up with the same concept for the video, or was it just like the director, or because it was really put well together?
Yeah, we actually had another treatment for the video, but that was my first time meeting the director because it was strange. Like the Hamiltons, they do about 95 to 100 shows. They on tour all the time, and they hit me one day and said, "Hey, we're gonna be in New Jersey shooting 2 videos. Why don't you come down and just shoot yours while we here?" So I was able to get down there, and they squeezed me in their schedule, and they took care of me. So we was like, what's the most that we can do with our environment? So we said, let's paint it as, I have a love interest, but she changed up and she was with somebody else, and then I'm seeing her for the first time. And when I'm seeing her for the first time, the Hamiltons is with me. As you can see, they kind of like, rough them up a little bit, and then at the end I'll walk off with her. So
Yeah.
it's just a lot of symbolism when it comes to the song on how, how we probably at a rough spot with hip hop right now. It's a little shaky, but I'm the one that wins in the end.
That's an interesting concept because I was getting the vibe like how videos were in the 90s, how they told a story, it wasn't just everybody hanging out in the front and drinking, it was just very put well together. And, that I was very impressed. Good job. That, really good job.
Thank you.
So when we were talking earlier this week about I really loved your brand that you have with your sweatshirts and your hats, and what made you come up with that logo design?
Okay, so one of my college brothers, over 20 years of a relationship. This is like a brother. We can't get no closer, even though we're not blood. His name is T Banks, and another brother named Kenny. This is their brand called Godsville. So what happens is, these are my brothers, and they got an urban clothing brand. I'm into music. All my life, I've worn a bunch of millionaires that I've helped, support their brand. So now it's about my brothers. So it was a beautiful marriage because they needed to build brand awareness with their brand, and I'm an artist that's out there in a lot of places. So they made me an ambassador. So shout out to T Banks and Kenny. Yeah, it's a brand called Godsville. It's very versatile. It has maybe over 4 or 5 different logos, a variety. It's doing very well nationwide. They've only been out for 2 years. And I was actually one of the first artists to wear a piece of it when I performed at South by Southwest in Texas. I wore a piece, and it got a lot of notoriety, and especially in the 5 boroughs, wherever I'm at, I always have on this Godsville 715-4, which is the numeric code for God, the G, the O, and the D. And it's a lot of, and I feel like it's a brand that doesn't have a ceiling because whatever religion you are, we all have a God. You know what I mean? That's the highest that you can go, like no matter what. So this doesn't alienate anybody. It's and the slogan they have is called "Everybody lives in Godsville." We all on this planet, you know what I mean, and we all human beings. Nobody's better than anybody, and we should be living together to help each other. That's the message that they push.
Well, actually, I'm going to put up on the screen so that I wanted everybody to see a couple of the brands that a couple of the outfits that you actually have. This one I really liked. I liked the Godsville and the hat. The hat is dope. I love the hat. The other one you had, which was this white Godsville shirt, that was actually very dope. And the last one that I liked was this one as well. This.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And it's so weird, because I'm into numerology and things like that. So it's like knowing, like seeing how they implemented the whole God number into the fashion. That's actually very clever. I never thought of that. Y'all beat me to the punch. Y'all beat me to the punch.
Man.
So
Yes.
I saw on another post somewhere, like you have an event coming up soon. You have a show coming up.
Yeah, I have a show tonight. So right when I get off the phone with you, I'm gonna go perform in the New York Music Festival. They do it every year. This
And
is
you
the
ain't
third
sent
year.
me no flyer. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no. I posted the flyer, but like I wanted to make sure that they understood that I can't have this interview interrupted. So I'm
Oh,
gonna go over there and I'm gonna rock the stage, and then I have another show coming up Monday night, which is the Show Love Tour with DJ Freedom. Saturday night, which is tomorrow, I'm at a media day hosted by Basquiat's The Plug. So it's a lot of dope things that I have coming up. Just staying busy, maintaining visibility to while we in the fourth quarter finish up strong.
well, you definitely, keep me in contact with that because I like to let everybody, especially when I have my guests that move on from after the show. I like to let everybody know the status and what you're up to because I plan on being out and coming out to see. We're in the same state, we're in the same city, like.
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
do you have any final thoughts? Because there was one thing I did want you to elaborate on real quick, which was when I asked you about your brand. And artists
yes.
don't understand the whole concept of branding. Can you explain to everybody why you would rather wear your brand as opposed to another person's brand?
Well, now more than ever, because we're in a social media and the internet age where you can instantly drop something and have millions or thousands of viewers see what you're having on. Like before, when we wasn't in the internet age, if you wore a fly Nike or Fila suit, if you took a picture, the reach on it wasn't as strong as it is now. So I
Mm-hmm.
said to myself, I look back over the years and I saw how many brands that are multi-billionaires that we as black people support, and it's through the black buying dollar of our money that these brands are able to stay large. So I said, if I'm a up and coming artist and I'm big in my city and I'm branching out and I have visibility in other places in the world, why not wear my brother's brand?
Exactly.
Why not support my brothers like I supported these brands that I didn't know?
Exactly. Exactly.
So whenever you see me, is I'm always, if I don't have a shirt on that has my logo on my website, I got my brother's brand on, and that's me building brand. Like ever since I started getting a little bit lit, a lot of brands understand the power of having an artist that's visible. It's like you're a walking billboard. So a lot of brands come to you, they want to give you stuff, and I over the last year I had to say to them, listen, I think it's unfair that I take your material because I'm not going to wear it. That could go to somebody that you might feel is gonna wear it, and I don't want to take it if I'm not gonna wear it.
And that's actually like great advice because, as you see my brand, Minx Radio and just
Yes,
everything, I just have the same mentality, why make somebody else rich when you can actually keep everything in house and support your people that are in the same business. So, I definitely, that's one thing I wanted artists to hear from another artist that, brand yourself, it's not,
absolutely.
it's not taking anything from you. And especially if you can't walk up to people and say, here's my mixtape and airdrop your music in people's phones, just wearing your logo, wearing your album name, like just wear it proudly.
Absolutely. And then once you start, you got to be relentless with it. Like brands don't gain visibility overnight. So if you wear it for a little while, then stop, people will forget about that. But if you constantly drill it and brand it, it will have the same effect as you see with that Nike logo or that Adidas logo. So, the bigger I get, the bigger they get, and vice versa.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You
And
know?
as far as being a brand ambassador, do you have any advice for artists that, did you like seek them out, or did they ask you? Like, do you have any recommendations for them to try to get like, a brand ambassador position for a startup or something?
Yeah, I think it's cool to reach out either way. Like, let's say you see something online, or you know somebody that has something, and you understand that it's going places. It's nothing wrong with reaching out and saying, "Hey, listen, I think we can help each other." But also try to attach yourself with a brand that doesn't really have no ceiling, or it doesn't section you out, and it doesn't alienate other people. You want to get something that's as universal as it can be, because if your brand has a limit, you may be limited from that.
That's actually good
You know what I
advice.
mean?
That's actually amazing advice. You
Yeah,
want to you want to
so
grow with a company. You don't want to be restricted by, their terms.
yes, yes, and this is a real company. They operate just like the big times. They got, they all their paperwork is right. They own the logos. They don't. Everything is copywritten, and sometimes because we're in the age where people could just take anything and put it on a shirt, sometimes the business part is not right. The
Right.
business part, the paperwork is not right. So you'll have an amazing idea, but if it's not protected, somebody can steal it.
And that's the
Just
most
like just
important
like with
thing.
music. Yes, yes,
That's the
just like
most important thing with especially when you're creating and designing things. Things have, fair use, and things don't have fair use, and you got to pay up, especially if you're making money off of it.
absolutely, absolutely. And then you don't want to go years of building a brand and you get it where it needs to be, and then you find out that you can't keep it.
And
All that
you
hard
got to
work.
rebrand, and then that's another headache.
Yeah,
I can't even tell you how many times I've rebranded the
yeah,
station, because I just wanted to have something that was like mine. Like I literally sat and designed this, so now
yeah,
I know that if anyone tries to be funky, I own it. It's mine.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Protect your investment. That's it.
Exactly. And do you have any like final advice for any artists that are either, I hate to use the term starting out, because a lot of the people that actually tune into my show have been in the business for a while. Do
Yes.
you have any advice for them?
I want to say, like, even if you come up across roadblocks, I know it might seem cliche, but like, don't expect anybody to understand your dream. Like, they're not going to understand it until it's very visible. So the groundwork that you got to put in, sometimes you might be in it for 5, 10 years, and then you get that break, and then it'll be all worth it. Don't ever give up. Be relentless. Stay focused. Study. Be able to take criticism. Do your homework on what it takes, like how to find your niche in the market, and how to be different from, because nothing new is under the sun. Everything is like everything is like you've seen it before. You just gotta put your spin on it, and put it, your way. So I would say stay at it, stay focused, and like, you're gonna hear a lot of people doubt it, but never give up on it.
And a
But
couple of months ago, you actually dropped your album Alive.
yes, yes, I have an album called Alive: Adapted to Life in Various Eras, and it's distributed through Para Music Group, Sony, and it's in the link of my Instagram bio at Bakeman Global. It's a very dope project. It's getting a lot of good feedback, amazing feedback, in all parts of the world, especially Australia, my second country. Um, my second home, so I'm excited about that. It's executive produced by Ali Make It Knock. I got a lot of dope production, 3Q Beats, K Stroll, Ali Make It Knock, Da Vinci Beats, and also the lead single, The Old You, is produced by Grammy award winning producer Slick Music. So I'm excited about it, and it's just the beginning. It ain't even really get cooking yet. It's only been a month, and it's getting a lot of buzz. So I'm gonna ride the wave of that into the first and second quarter, and then I'm gonna have my next project that I'm gonna drop.
Well, I'll definitely say next year I will see you at the Grammys. I will. I
Absolutely.
will see you there. We're going to be on the same red carpet. I promise you. I just believe in your grind and your hustle, and you're inspiring so many people. And for you to take the time out before your show to come on my show means so much to me. And, I appreciate all the time I tell Leonard that, I was like, I kiss your toes, I kiss your toes. But thank you. Thank you so much for getting such an amazing artist to come on and just sit down and chop it up with me.
Yes.
So everybody, follow Bakeman Global at Bakeman Global over on Instagram, because I know y'all love Instagram. And, stay in tune with his journey, because, you never know. Like, rub elbows, tap him on the shoulder. He'll definitely give you the advice you need.
Yes. Yeah, man. Can I just give a shout out to my team? Shout out to Godsville. Shout out to Para Music Group, Touching Money Daily, Be About Money, ENT, Game Over Empire, the Reality Check Radio, everybody that's supporting Bakeman Global. I really appreciate y'all. I can't be anywhere without my support that I'm getting, especially from my people overseas and everybody that's tuning into that alive. Adapted to life in various eras. It's in the link in my bio and Instagram. I appreciate y'all. And the feeling is mutual. And I really thank you for taking out the time to allow me to be on your platform. It means a lot. And I'm looking forward to even us working together, because I know you're an amazing artist as well. And I'm looking forward to maybe collaborating on something in the future.
Oh, look, I got beats for days, honey. I got beats for
Yes.
days. So yeah, anytime you want, you can call me on Skype. We'll go through the majority of them, and whatever ones you feeling, we definitely will work on that on the next EP, 100%.
Yes, absolutely. Looking forward to that. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that.
Well, you have a great show. I'm not going to say break a leg. I don't believe in that shit. I'm just going to say have a great show and just kill it. You just do your thing.
Thank you very much. Will do. I will do.
All right, we'll keep in touch. Behind the scenes, I'm gonna be in your DMs asking you how the show was.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, enjoy your evening.
You too.
All righty. All right, guys. Yeah, that's my sound effects that I do, because I can't do sound effects no more. Every time I do sound effects on this thing, it's just it acts very funny. But yes, I saw the comments popping up, but I didn't want to keep cycling. What I need to do, I'm probably going to put another box when I'm doing an interview, so this way we can see the comments together. Okay, so shout out to YouTube. What's goody, YouTube? Shout out to Real Lyrics, everybody that's tuning in. Again, we have Bakeman Global on, and he is getting ready to do his show, and we're gonna continue the show. All right, so let's get it popping. I know I got some songs. I'm trying to keep this as a strictly video type of thing. I wanted to like preview and show music videos and stuff like that, because I'm trying to be a visual platform. But hold on, where the hell is my book? Here it is. Here's my book. All right. So again, that was Bakeman Global. Shout out to him. I want to give some quick shout outs too, because I usually do my roll call, but I didn't do it. My Patreon members, shout out to them. Barz Nice, DJ Unbreakable, Ceejay Jonez, Darryl Holmes, FastedSith, Lady Divine, Smooth Producer Midnight, Promised Land Band, Sean, The Smoke, TruWerdz. As you realize that the weeks go on, we're getting new and new Patreon members, and the credits on my podcast now are like this big. So the shout out to everybody that's actually tuning in and becoming Patreon members, because I got some jewels for them. All right. So again, the opening video that you guys saw was called The Old You, featuring the Hamiltons, again, with Bakeman Global. And I actually have we're going to get a video on, and then we're going to get these articles going, because we got to talk about this apocalypse going on. All right. So this was actually sent to me by my homie, TruWerdz. He definitely, him and I are like two peas in a pod. Like, we just love talking and politicking about the biz. Hold on. His song is called... See, I had all this ready, but I pushed a button, and I saw like we had like a surge of people that came in here. Okay. Yeah, we had like a surge of people that came in here, but that's cool. That the more the merrier. All right, so as per TruWerdz, the homie, He has a friend named Doe Fresh the Don with his song Crazy World. So we're going to get that on and we're going to tune into that. All right, so here we go. No submissions from anybody at this point. You had until Wednesday.
Doe Fresh to Dine, Intelligent Ignorance, Maximilian Beats was mobbing, G.
Let's get it.
Let's do it. Crazy world.
Feels like the whole world's going crazy. So I stay in my own lane, baby. Feels like the whole world's going crazy. So I stay in my own lane, baby. I'm alright, alright, I'm alright. I'm alright, alright, I'm alright. Ain't nothing that can pull me down.
Niggas still on that loser shit. Mad cause I chose to win. It's sad cause I fuck with them more than most my kin. When the love is real, it ain't never supposed to end. Sometimes your haters be disguised as your closest friends. Don't want you to make it, but really, all you need to plan. The same people you help and shit on you when you need a hand. I know 50-year-olds still in the street with 10. I guess some cats will never grow up like Peter Pan. You could be alive, but your mind could be numb. Niggas fly, live with their moms, so they kinda be bums. Straight gotta smarten up now, this ain't the time to be dumb. Cause ain't nothing worse than the old head trying to be young. Shit, I see it every day, you can't deny it, it's the truth. A lot of these OGs need more guidance than the youth. It's genocide where I reside. The violence is the proof. We need positive black leaders to tie us to our roots and produce.
Feels like the whole world's going crazy. So I stay in my own lane, baby. Feels like the whole world's going crazy. So I stay in my own lane, baby. I'm alright, alright, I'm alright. I'm alright, alright, I'm alright. Ain't nothing that can pull me down.
Racial tension in America is high as it's ever been. Folks can't get insurance, they denying the medicine. I don't vote cause politicians stay lying, it's evident. Watching Trump on TV thinking, why is he president? Every Muslim ain't a terrorist, every nigga ain't a thug. Every white ain't racist, every Hispanic ain't the plug. Every woman ain't a wife, every man can't be loved. Attention to new addiction, pretty much the same as drugs. Little kids go to church, get molested and sodomized. Grew up hating themselves, sexually traumatized. The crime rate increasing, especially homicides. The food is unhealthy, genetically modified. Cops killing people they supposed to protect. They wonder why we say fuck them and show disrespect. College grads living bad, broken in debt. We gotta eat, so the drugs being sold with regret. By any means.
Feels like the whole world's going crazy. So I stay in my own lane, baby. Feels like the whole world's going crazy. So I stay in my own lane, baby. I'm alright, alright, I'm alright. I'm alright, alright, I'm alright. Ain't nothing that can pull me down. Feels like the whole world's going crazy. So I stay in my own lane, baby. Feels like the whole world's going crazy. So I stay in my own lane, baby. I'm alright, alright, I'm alright. I'm alright, alright, I'm alright. Ain't nothing that can pull me down.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. They took all that away from us and said, we'll do it for you. You know what I'm saying? And then that.
Okay. That's actually a dope song. I like my conscious songs. I'm sorry. I can't do it any other way. And for the type of content like that, you know, shout out to TruWerdz. Thank you for putting us on to some dope fire. I appreciate it. So again, y'all need to, you know, there's just so much stuff going on, and it's just a lot of stuff that I don't even know where to begin. But I'm just going to dig right into it because it's just, oh, Lord. So I had a lot of interesting conversations this week, especially with people that hit me up about what my thoughts were about this apocalypse that's coming to content creators everywhere. And this has to do with YouTube. And I'm not even afraid. Like, I'm not going to say I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to say, like, I kind of predicted that all this was going to happen. And I said it last week that I predicted, was it last week? I think it was maybe the week before that. First of all, let me look for it. Hold on. All right, so this is about YouTube, okay? YouTube's FTC compliance. Let's talk about this because this is really scary. And when we think about where we're heading as a social media world, it kind of makes you want to just like leave. Like, I can't take this shit no more. I don't want to be on social media no more. F all this, F all that. It's just unbelievable. So this is the article. Let me get my face up over here. All right, dolls. Okay, here we go. Let me make myself a little bigger. A little bigger. Just a little bigger. Okay, that's fine. All right. All right, so it says YouTube's... Actually, let me enlarge that. Okay. So it says YouTube's FTC compliance. You need to get out of here. System for kids content angers and worries creators. This is by PCGamer.com, and the article is written by Tyler Wilde. It says, as of January 2020, regulations approach. YouTubers fear lost revenue and even FTC fines. Let's dig right into it. Baby Shark Dance. First of all, I just have to point this out. The Baby Shark Dance has over 3 billion views. Okay. This is by Pink Fong. I would know because my little one has played this into the ground. But the article, it says YouTube is changing significantly in January, and video creators are afraid they may lose income and even be fined by the United States government for making videos about, among other things, video games. The Children's Online Privacy Protection Act is a federal law in the United States which forbids the collection of data about children under 13 without parental consent. Generally, that simply meant that social media sites like Twitter, they ask for your date of birth when you sign up and boot anyone who says that they are under 13. A kid could lie, of course, but the Federal Trade Commission allows for that reality. Starting in January, however, it will not allow content made for kids on YouTube to targeted advertising to employ YouTube social features. The Verge reported last week that the new rule is a direct result of Google's $170 million settlement with the FTC for allegedly collecting data on children. That initially happened in September, but as we approach 2020 and the new for kids and not for kids menu options have appeared on YouTube's menu, video creators are getting nervous. See, this is the thing. This is the thing that scares me a little bit because in my house, you know, we watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of the content is geared towards, you know, my little one. Now, let's think about this, okay? We're talking about, and we do know that there's a lot of children that are being targeted online. There's a lot of children that do sign up for these applications. How do we know? We don't know. You know, kids go to school. They may have a dummy phone in their lockers. We don't know. But the problem is that you're talking about content creators who mean no harm, people that just want to create. And you're sitting there and you're trying to put all these regulations and restrictions on content that is geared towards children. So what happens to the people like Super Saya? You know, what happens to the people like the Rush family? You know, they create content for kids. And, you know, all of these kids rely on like Ryan's toy reviews and all this stuff. Does that have anything to do with it? I've always wondered what happens when Ryan turns 13? What happens when he turns 16? You know, what all the content that he has online geared towards testing kids' toys and testing kids' books and different knickknacks. What happens with him? Is he going to get flagged and fined as a kid that started on YouTube? You know, it's just it's a travesty. Like it just really never made any sense to me. But here we go. Let's get back into the article. All right, so it says YouTube warns channel owners in the settings that turning off ad targeting can significantly reduce your channel's revenue. In many cases, it's obvious when a video is targeted at kids, and Google lists a few examples, including child protagonists engaging in common natural play patterns such as play acting and or imaginative play, and popular children's songs, stories, or poems, as you know, Baby Shark. So all these people that are creating, content geared specifically for children, they're pretty much telling us, not no more. All right. That's what sucks about this. All these people, as you saw, Tony Grants had made a mention that a lot of his stuff got, taken down recently. I haven't noticed anything of mine because, a lot of my content isn't really geared towards children. I always put that my shit is NSFW, not safe for work, explicit content. I just don't want to get hit with anything. I'm not over here twerking and dabbing, but, it is what it is. But it's just very, very sad. It's scary that we've come into this apocalypse of artists and content creators. Let me put my camera back up here. Okay. And let me put this. Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay. As content creators, it's like we're screwed because we definitely, we don't know, what can we do? What can we say at that point? One of the other things that I wanted to talk about was, I was using a application. It was actually, I'm not going to say it was an application. I was using a service, a free service that allows you to analyze hashtags for Instagram. And I was religiously using this shit. I actually put on a couple of my Patreon members to it because we don't know, what hashtags are actually working because, the algorithm has changed again drastically. So here's the problem. Okay, so I'm cruising. I done hit my lips on this mic. So I'm cruising through Reddit the other night. I'm chilling. And I follow a couple of marketing groups on there because I do a lot of marketing. I do heavy marketing for Minx Radio. It's a one-woman show. I don't have, besides Leonard, I don't really have that much help. I do everything myself, email blasts, everything. Everything you see is me, okay? Now, when it comes to marketing on Instagram, and I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, I know a couple of guys and gals have said some shit along the lines of, oh, well, if you're not getting any engagements because of the fact that you probably bought your followers, that's not true. It's not true. Okay. So I saw on this Reddit post, they said that this website I was using, which was called Meta Hashtags, metahashtags.com, was taken down, right? And it was weird because we found out about meta hashtags through Reddit. And while we were on Reddit, the person that actually posted, hey guys, I created a, situation that you got, he posted it to Reddit. And when you look at his account is gone. It's deleted. It's eliminated from the post is still up, but username, all the content that was with it is not there. So my question is why would you, it's one thing for a website to go down. I run 2 websites, so I know what it's like to have a DNS issue, if there's a script error, whatever the case may be. But his account was deleted off of Reddit. So why did they do that? Like what was the reason behind doing that? Why would you go and take away something that was actually helping people? Because we weren't getting any engagement. A lot of us that have more than 5,000 followers were not getting any engagement. And now you have people that have actually stepped up and said, oh, I created a program that helps you get through that. Now it's fuck us. I don't think anybody wants us to win. I don't think anyone wants us to win because we're not paying. I've said several times that I think that Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anything on social media, I think we should be paying for it, because when you pay for something, that means you have a say, and people don't want to lose money. So they're going to gear towards your will. So with all of us getting this free shit, it's not really helping anybody. It's just not really helping anybody. And it definitely does suck, 100%. And I feel bad for anybody that really seems to think that there's no problem, like there's no issue. There is a major issue going on with social media, and you guys are blind to it. More of a reason why I believe artists need to start getting their own websites. Like I said, it sounds like it's a blast from the past. I said this 2 weeks ago. You need to get your own website. You need to establish a footprint online. I put it up on Twitter earlier. I said, what page do you guys pop up on Google? And people were like, oh, I'm on page 1 and I'm on page 2. I'm on page 3. Okay, that's great. You need to develop a carbon footprint online. You guys have to be searchable. You can't walk up to people and get into a fight with them and say, Google me, bitch. I can tell people to Google me. I come up on at least the first 5 pages because I've made and established my footprint on the web. So that's why I said earlier, why does Minx keep answering these questions on Ask FM? Well, I've had Ask FM and I don't use it. And that's just another tool for people to get to know me and get to know my mind. I just don't think that you should limit yourself as an artist on these apps. Like everything is not about music. It's not about music. You got to, have a personality that people like. You got to engage with your peoples. You got to engage with your fans. This is the shit that I always keep telling you guys. But I'm going to get into, I have a video real quick and I want to share it with you guys that was sent to me, and then the song that will follow. Okay, so this is from Darryl. Hold on, I got the video here. All right. So this is from Darryl, and he sent this to me earlier in the week because I asked him, I said, send me a video. I want people to see that, I want people to introduce their own exclusives now because it's, we're growing. All right, so.
Hey, yo, we ain't finna get into all the logistics, man. I'm dropping my new single, Honeycomb, written by me, produced by me, Darryl Dion, Honeycomb. Enjoy. What's going on, Minx Radio? Shout out to Minx Tour for the love. Hey, yo, we ain't finna get into all the logistics, man. I'm dropping my new single, Honeycomb, written by me, produced by me, Darryl Dion, Honeycomb. Enjoy.
Okay, here we go. I figured it out, guys. I had to turn off my internal sound card first, then play the video, then turn the sound card back on. It's just, program director type stuff. All right, so I'm going to get into Honeycomb with you guys. This is actually a song that was dropped exclusively today. Hold on, Dion. I'm getting him on through Spotify because, I kind of grew a liking to Spotify now. All right. So, again, this is Darryl Dion. He is actually one of my homies. He's one of my homies. Let me bring up the Spotify. Here we go. App window. And here we go, Spotify. Okay, so here's a Spotify. Is it open? I think it is. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this is Darryl Dion. He has an exclusive song called Honeycomb, and we're going to get this on right now.
Were you in the church next to me? Or in the spot when I got something to eat? A friend of a friend on FB or IG, a retweet? Nah, where is my honeycomb? Were you in the church next to me? Or in the spot when I got something to eat? A friend of a friend on FB or IG, a retweet? Nah, where is my honeycomb? Did I overlook while I was moving around? Were you trying to get my attention? I ignored the sounds, quietly flirting. I avoided signs, set up the walkway. Wondering, did I cross your mind? Did I get extra fries in my value meal? Was I on my phone, not noticing the real? Were you a prayer partner? But I caught your eye, asking God, was I that guy? Did you see me in the spot, not wanting to speak? Do we go way, way back? Have you always known me? Are you my ace boom cool? Know my dark thoughts, maybe we cool. You're just involved. Are you an ex? I let slip through the cracks. Maybe I wasn't ready for us being this and that. These questions rumble through my dome. But I do ask, where is my honeycomb? Were you in the church next to me? Or in the spot when I got something to eat? A friend of a friend on FB or IG, a retweet? Nah, where is my honeycomb? Were you in the church next to me? Or in the spot when I got something to eat? A friend of a friend on FB or IG, a retweet? Nah, where is my honeycomb? Were we in the class? You wanted to read my notes, but every girl that would pass, I see what it's hidden for. Were you a co-worker giving me the eye? But I was asking all of the homies why. Did I see you during the treatment? A patient, a tech? Would I have believed it? Are you my future? Have we not crossed paths? I hope I didn't miss you. That pain will forever last. Were you a friend of a friend who I blew off? Did not see the potential and all you brought? Have we gone on a date, but timing was off? Maybe I wasn't clear. Reason you're so far gone from this bee who wants your presence. Simple to me, just your essence. I'm in a space, true unknown. Still asking, where is my honeycomb? Were you in the church next to me? Or in the spot when I got something to eat? A friend of a friend on FB or IG, a retweet? Nah, where is my honeycomb? Were you in the church next to me? Or in the spot when I got something to eat? A friend of a friend on FB or IG, a retweet? Nah, where is my honeycomb?
Honeycomb.
My
Honeycomb. That was Honeycomb by Darryl Dion. Shout out to him. So I got a couple of messages. I'm gonna be posting up some information. I don't know if anybody is interested in a couple of things that my friend has for sale. But it's definitely a couple of things. If anyone's interested in some Apple Watches and some iPhone 8s, one is 256 gigs space gray, the other one is 64 gigs rose gold. iPad Pro 9.7 inch, 256 gigabytes, 2016. Y'all need to get at me because I got the plug. I got the pligug. So definitely hit me up for that. All right. So one of the things that I've noticed recently, there's been a lot of talks of artists. You guys have been reaching out to me a lot behind the scenes, and I appreciate it. I love talking to everybody. I love, politicking and just getting into your heads and just throwing out some debatable conversations. And I kid you not, last night, before I went to bed, I actually watched one of my podcasts from beginning to end, and it was the Female Producer Forum, the panel discussion that we had. And I watched it from the beginning to the end because there was a lot of things that I missed. And, I definitely want to have another female producer panel discussion because it's just important with all the changes and things that are going on. I know. I still haven't dropped my beat tape, and that's all well and good reason. I had to take my shit. I got to take my shit off of BeatStars. Like I said last week, I'm just not interested in doing business with BeatStars. It's just very difficult for me to be part of a website that is just not geared towards women. And that really does suck as a person, to be sitting there saying to yourself, I want to be accepted, and I'm just so tired of begging for acceptance as a female producer. So I just was like, nah, that ain't it. I ain't doing that. Not doing that. Okay. Hold on, reading my comments. Hold on. Yeah, so I do have a rant. I have a minor rant, and I just got to get this off my chest because this has been really bothering me for the last couple of days. I went off the other day. I know I did because there was some stuff that was going on, behind the scenes with people that are asking me to do favors and not really taking what I do seriously. Like, one of the biggest things that I can't stand when people ask a podcaster, okay, can I get an interview? Right? I don't mind interviewing any of you. I don't have a problem doing that. But the problem that I have is the cockiness behind it. There's a lot of cockiness behind you artists that seem to think that we owe you something. You know what I mean? I had a dude literally tell me earlier this week that if he hit me up, hey Minx, I would love to be a guest on your show. So I was like, okay. Send me your information, blah, 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 blah. And, I run a very tight ship. I don't just have anybody come on my show. I mean, this is my show. I built it. So he pretty much went off and, he was saying to me, I said to him, oh, well, I have people that actually invest in the show. They come onto the show, they do a donation, they do whatever. I'm not saying that anyone that does a donation gets on the show. It's if we vibe. I call you on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and if we get on the phone and I ain't feeling the conversation, then I don't care if you throw $1,000 at me. I'm not doing the interview. That's just how I do business. But this guy says to me, me coming onto your show would be doing you a favor. And I was like, look, I always wonder, I was like, did I pick the best day, Friday nights, to be doing a podcast? And I say yes, because I just enjoy doing recording my podcast on a Friday night, because the weekend is here. Saturday night, I don't want to be scrambling around trying to get a show together. That's just not what I want to do. So this guy was throwing at me all these monkey wrenches of, oh, well, if I do the interview, it has to be around 7, and I was like, man, fuck you, goodbye. I don't, no, thank you. I don't do business like that. So you guys that want to do podcasts, you guys that want to get on these shows, you guys want to showcase yourselves, but you don't watch one episode, you don't know what the show is about. I could be talking about dog shit, you know what I mean? And you want to be on my show? Like, that don't make no sense to me. Never did. Most of the podcasters that I fuck with, I literally listen to their podcasts. I listen to their shows. I share their shows. I let them know that, their episode was interesting. I literally listen to the podcast. So when people come to me and they're like, I want to be a guest, I want to be this, I want to be that, and if I throw you some trivia about my show, you probably wouldn't be able to pass. And that's just like fucked up, So I only do business with people that really are for the brand, that really are for the show. And y'all need to stop doing that. So that was one of my rants. The other thing was, somehow during the week, I was branded as a person that just likes to take money from people. I'm like, bitch, I've been doing the show without my Patreon. You know what I'm saying? The show has been here before my Patreon. I just like the Patreon situation because it helps me remember who I got to do business with. So if you spending money with me, if you're like, hey Minx, I want you to help me figure out how to do distribution. Okay. If I spent the time researching it, and I'm the one that's writing the blogs about it, I'm the one that's putting together the information about it on my website, and you just happen to get hit by a fucking paywall. Just pay the $1. Like, what are you crying about $1 for? But y'all so quick to pay $100, $200, $300 for a person that claims that they have a Spotify playlist company. Y'all so quick to throw money at people that claim that they have promotion. I'm going to let y'all know this shit on some real talk, and I'm tired of the bullshit, okay? Playlist companies, anybody that claims that they're promotion, anyone that claims that they're marketing, I'm sorry, but you can do that shit yourself, okay? You can get the same tools that the industry uses and labels use, and you can actually catapult your own stuff, because at the end of the day, when you buy into these playlisting companies and you buy into these so-called marketing companies, we do promotion for artists, etc., etc., you're only buying your own streams, okay? Why the fuck are you going to sit there and cry about $1, $5, $10 a month for consistent information on how to do it yourself, as opposed to paying somebody to do it for you? And at the end of the day, this is another thing that y'all keep forgetting. When you buy a marketing campaign, a marketing situation, you still have to figure out how social media works. How does all of that, okay, you got 30,000 streams, okay, with some sort of marketing company, okay. So you got 30,000 streams, but you got 10 followers. That don't make no sense, okay. Y'all need to really get out of this mentality. You got to get out of this mentality of thinking that you're going to buy, you know, what is marketing? What is promo at that point? You know what I'm saying? You literally just buying your own stream. So why not just do your own shit? So it's no sweat off of my back. But what bothers me is why so many dudes seem to go, you know, they want to argue with me. They want to go toe to toe with me because of my setup. I'm like, bitch, I set up my own shit. I set this up myself. So how do you get upset when somebody's like, yeah, you got to be a paid subscriber in order to get some of the tools and jewels that I be putting out there? You know, I just had to get that off my chest. Y'all, you guys just need to stop haggling people that are really out here trying to help you. You know, I know that y'all got scammed in the past. Y'all heard about scams in the past. There's nobody out here. Minx Couture is not out here trying to make some money off of people that ain't popping. I'm not doing that. There's no point. There has to be an end game. It doesn't work for me. Okay. So another article that I saw this week that was very interesting. And this is, you know, usual shit that we've been talking about. We've been talking about this for a while. There was an article that I saw. It was about Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre says hip hop is producing more quantity over quality, which we know. You know, we've been knew this, Dr. Dre, but I just thought this was something I wanted to touch on because I do agree to an extent. All right. It says Dr. Dre says hip hop is producing more quantity over quality. This was on genius.com. All right, let's get into it. So this is by Caitlin Kelly. So in this article, she says, in this article, he started off with a quote. What are you going to dedicate yourself to, the art or the money? So it says, in the wake of the 20th anniversary of Dr. Dre's seminal album in 2001, the West Coast rapper sat down with Interscope's Jimmy Levine to speak about the state of the industry in an interview with Apple Music. He says, right now, I have to really, really search hard to find something I really like as far as hip hop goes. But I think it's just about the substance. Right now, it feels like it's more quantity over quality. Made a song last night, need to put it out tomorrow. What are you going to dedicate yourself to, the art or the money? It's that simple. Levine specified what sets Dre apart. He says some artists in music, all they are is searching for inspiration, and then there's artists that are just searching for hits. He only searching for inspiration. If a hit comes, then great. The Compton rapper underscored the generational shift by deflecting on the 90s era. In 1996, it was fucking hip-hop Vietnam. In the 90s, hip-hop was a contact sport. All of a sudden, I'm on my own again, and I have to go find new artists, new musicians to work with. When he was searching for collaborators, he discovered that Eminem was the missing link. Hearing the demo with Eminem and how it made me feel, then meeting him and how we saw eye to eye as far as the work goes, he was hungry, and I was hungry. And that spontaneous combustion, we just clicked. It just brought everything and everybody together that was happening at this time. Well, you guys can head over to the website to read this article, but I'm going to give you guys my take on it. Okay. Here's my take on it. I agree. Okay. And this is what aggravates me as an artist, and I'm just going to be honest about it, you know. The knocking. I'm going to miss the knocking when we get into the studio. Trust me, I really will. You take these moments and you're just like, oh, man. So here's my thoughts. Okay. I don't think that people make music for the same reasons that I do. Okay. When I got into doing, music, and I'm very heartfelt when I explain this because it means a lot to me. Okay. When I started making music, I literally had a journal. And in my journal, I would write my thoughts, I would write my feelings, and they were poems. And in those poems, I would, in my head, try to figure out if I had a musical inclination to use my guitar or something like that, I would turn those poems into songs. And this is where the heart is. You know what I mean? When people come to me, and these are artists that are interested in my opinions, they're interested in my thoughts, they're interested in everything that has to do with music with me, it just aggravates me because I don't just hop on tracks with people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't just hop on tracks with anybody. I don't just take anybody's beats. I really take my time to make my own shit. And it really aggravates me when you're reading these posts, like, I don't drop singles. I don't drop singles. I drop EPs. Okay. I believe in having a longevity in this business. Again, I've been in this business for almost 15 years as an independent artist. Most of that time was pretty much a lot of hiatuses that I had to take because of personal reasons, but I always came back strong. Now, I often ask artists, why are you doing this? Like, what is the purpose of you making music? What makes you go to the studio after work, working a 9 to 5, and then you sit in the studio from 7 to 10 or 7 to 1 a.m. to do it all over again? Okay. Are you trying to drop songs that mean something to you? If this motherfucker outside does not stop with this damn, I bet you he's an Uber driver. Anyway, my thoughts on being an artist is this. See, I'm about to get really, really nasty. Anyway, my thoughts is this. Y'all need to understand, like, this is what aggravates me. If you've been doing music and you ain't getting nowhere, it's because it's something you're doing. You got to stop blaming people, okay? You got to stop blaming people. One of the most important things you need to do as an artist is you need to understand the business first, okay? You got to understand the business. If you don't understand the business and you don't understand marketing and you don't understand promo, you don't understand contracts, y'all be jumping the gun. Okay, y'all need to get your music right first. Okay, properly mixed, properly mastered, in the right audio shit that it needs to be. That's first thing. Okay, y'all are hopping on tracks and y'all are trying to put shit out there, and it's like I said to a couple of my friends, I was like, yo, like, I'm still sitting on the same song and promoting the same song that I made April 10th of last year. Okay, not knocking nobody, but it's kind of difficult when you're consistently putting out shit. And then, I had a debate with somebody in a group. Oh, well, you need to be dropping singles. Why? Why are you dropping so many singles? Why? We don't need, like, we're already inundated with shit. You know, I be saying to artists sometimes, like, yo, like, you need to pick a song, pick 3 songs, run with that shit. Meaning, perform that shit. Leave your house, you know, get out of your house, find open mics. It's like y'all make so many excuses as to why you can't do something. Oh, well, if you really love this business, if you really love being an artist, if you really love making music, if you really love the whole idea that you may blow up, then in order for that to happen, you have to really work towards that. And that's why I say we're in an apocalypse, because, you know, I talk to thousands of artists per day, and every single artist is not going to make it because they don't believe it for themselves. Okay. They're so equipped with the mentality of, oh, you know, this is my last, okay. I know what it's like. I know that it's annoying. I know that it's just like, mentally, you're just like, I can't take it anymore. I just can't. The politics, the this, the that, the this, the that. Y'all took the fun out of being a fucking artist. Y'all really did. And that's why y'all are not flourishing, because you're so focused on the next person and what they're doing, how they're doing it. Y'all need to stop doing that. As you see from myself, I do podcasting. Okay. I set up something for myself because I said I wanted to help other artists and I wanted to help myself. So if I'm going to help other artists, I'm going to create a platform, design a platform for all of us to be able to showcase and politic and network and talk about the business and all this stuff. This is what I did. But a lot of artists are not applying themselves. And if you're not applying yourself, you're not going to get results. And it's not going to happen sitting on Facebook, sitting on Instagram. It's just not going to happen. You have to think smarter. You got to work harder. You have to investigate and research the business. Like, you just have to do your part. If you're not doing your part, you're never going to make it. I'm just being totally honest. We got a comment over at Facebook. Genuine. Hi, Genuine. He says, salute to you. He says, I do music for the love of the craft. I have a love for the voiceless, those who are like me, bullied and shit on my life like a black sheep. Oh, tell me about it. That's the same reason why I make music. I make music because it's an expression of my thoughts. It's an extension of my musical soul. And if people can't get with that, then they just ain't gonna get with that. Everybody got different tastes. Everybody got different ideas. You know, one of the biggest things I always say to people is that you don't even know your fucking audience. You don't know who's playing your music. You don't know where. You're relying on Spotify analytics when there's analytics outside of that. You know, and again, y'all want me to give away this information for free? I have members. I have Patreon members that I take one at a time. And I talk to them about where their ideas are, their direction, where do we need to start, where do we need to brush up on. I offer mixing, I offer services, I offer beats. Like, this is my team. Why the fuck are, like, people trying so hard to make something so simple extremely difficult? You know, there's so many Discord servers that are out there of artist support networks. Like, you guys got to get off of this fucking Facebook shit. You got to get off of this YouTube shit. You got to get off of this Twitter shit. You just got to get a part of a network of artists that are really about their shit. Like, I am tired of people fucking adding me to groups. And I sit on these groups and I'm like, so all y'all do all day is just drop links? Sub for sub, follow for follow. The fuck is that going to do? That's not going to do anything. Y'all need to stop doing that. If you're going to create a network of serious artists, then you need to do more than just dropping links. And y'all need to do more than adding me to that shit, because I leave it right away. It's no harm, no foul. It's not that, oh, I think I'm too good to be in a group like this. It has nothing to do with that. It's the simple fact that how do you grow from that? You don't. You can't grow from that. The fuck am I going to do with 100 people asking me to watch their shit, and in return, you're just going to play 10 seconds of my shit. I'm not going to retain fans. I'm not going to gain fans that way. You're not going to gain fans that way. You need to pound the pavement. You need to get over to the places that actually assist you with getting streams, okay? Which is why I keep telling people about the Station Head. Get on Station Head. You don't have to do what I do. You don't have to do a podcast. Just play your music. Play your music. That's it. Have your station running 24 hours. People may peek in, people may peek out, but you're getting paid for your streams. You need to stop reaching out to people that can't fucking help you. I got you, Genuine. I just got one more music video to play, and I got you after that. All right? So you guys got to get with the program, guys. You know, it's just not going to happen that way. You know, y'all need to stop creating these group chats. Y'all need to stop sending, you know, it just seems very desperate. You know, y'all need to stop doing that. Tagging 100 people, like, it just incites a lot of anger, and then people block you. You know, it just doesn't do you any justice to do it that way. I'm just being totally honest with you. You know, a lot of the artists that I do deal with, that are my Patreon members, you know, we're doing our own thing. You know what I'm saying? Either you going to get right or you going to get left in 2019, because 2020 is fully overdrive. I got a lot of announcements in 2020. I've rubbed elbows with a lot of the right people, and the people that have been fucking with me and the people that have been rocking with me and telling everybody about me, y'all going to benefit from it. Okay. Y'all need to, you know, make friends with people that can help you. That's all. Stop, you know, faking that you're interested in people. That's the other thing. When you guys are sending your songs in the DMs on Instagram, I think that's the most rudest shit on the planet. I think it's wrong. You don't fuck with me. You don't talk to me. You don't like my pictures. You don't like my fucking stories. You don't even look at my stories, but you're dropping your fucking video in my DMs. Like, I'm going to watch it. No, it has nothing to do with being a jerk. It's just courtesy. I don't fucking drop. You can ask anybody on these platforms. Does Minx Couture climb into DMs? No, I don't. I don't climb into nobody's DMs. I don't drop my shit into your DMs. I don't drop my shit in your comments. I just don't think that that's the right way. If you like me, you'll like my music. And this is what the fucking facts are, okay? If people don't like you, they don't see a personality to like, they're not going to be plush and play. And there's a lot of artists that I've come across. We've had dope conversations. And just by the act of curiosity, I went and looked on the YouTube, subscribed to that. I went and I saw it. Oh, they got a Spotify page. Listen to their songs. I subscribed to that. They got a SoundCloud page. I listen to their music. It's just by word of mouth. You guys are forcing it. Listen to my shit. Nah, that don't work like that. That don't work like that. You guys got to do better. Okay? You would be very, very surprised how many times a day people fake like they fuck with you, right? They'll fake it. Like, hey, Minx, how you doing? I love what you're saying. Love what you're doing. Love your move. Love your movement. Oh, where can I hear your music? Oh, and then it's hear my shit. And I'm like, oh, that's why you're here. That's why you're in my DMs. You don't give a fuck about me. You just want me to press play. So from here on out, if you send me music, it has to be via email. I'm not playing no fucking songs in my DMs no more. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I just think it's shallow. It's rude. It's mean. You know, I just don't agree with that. So, apocalypse? Yeah. There's apocalypse of artists. Okay. All zombies don't give a fuck about nobody else's projects. They don't give a fuck about nobody else's thing that they're doing. They follow you just to unfollow you because you followed them back. It's selfishness. I'm done with that. Okay? So, I just had to get that one off. It just really was bothering me. People just don't get it. Like, they just don't fucking get it. They don't. All right. All right, so I have my last song. This is by an artist that I've been talking to for the last couple of weeks. I really admired her. I just admire her. She just really is dope, and she has good content. And I'm gonna play her song actually. Okay. Tell me I spelled that right. Tell me I spelled it right. You hear my alarm, my alerts going off. People hitting me up. Oh my God, Minx, you look different. I know I look different. I just don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just like, I do me, honey. I always went against the grain. And a lot of you that do know me, y'all know that I've been like alternative goth, my whole life. I just toned it down because people are like, you can't, look like that. So I look like however the fuck I want. Okay, so here we go. All right, so this one is called Outside the Box. Outside the Box, and it's by me. All right, so this one's called Outside the Box. I thought this was a very dope song. I was like, yeah, I like her style, and I'm gonna have her come on. I think next season I want her to come on to talk about this video because it's definitely dope. So here we go.
I've always been the type to do my own thing. Never had to follow the crowd. I kept my head up and proud. Don't ever think for people, you got to change. Just keep it moving. They'll see there's more to you in time. Never let them see you down. Never let them see you fall. Just do it how you do. You got this. They can stop it. We all got that special something, the part that makes us who we are. You're different. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Outside the box, that's where I'm gonna be. Outside the box, broke the walls around me. My own way, how I say it's up to me. Outside the box, outside the box. Everything ain't what it seems despite what you see. They front in front of your eyes, talking, telling you lies. Stand out in any crowd, that's just how it be. Got a crazy style, a little wild, but it works for me. Never let them see you down. Never let them see you fall. Just do it how you do. You got this. They can stop it now. We all got that special something. You're different. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Outside the box, that's where I'm gonna be. Outside the box, broke the walls around me. My own way, how I say it's up to me. Outside the box, outside the box. There's only
Okay. Can your hair survive damage? No, it can't. It really can't. Again, that was outside the box, and the fact that 2 people downvoted that shit. How dare y'all? Y'all are not thinking outside the box. F y'all. That was a dope track. And as you guys know, I'm leaning more towards the visuals. As much as I love you guys sending me MP3s, with a couple of exceptions, I really want to keep this on a visual platform because there's not too many people out here that are doing it. Genuine says her voice is amazing. Oh yeah, she definitely has an amazing voice, a dope personality. I'm going to put up her information for her social media so that you guys can check her out. Yeah, she's definitely dope. I like her style. Just very refreshing. We already know where women are in music today. It's just very hard to find, it's like a diamond in the rough, So this is the Minx Show podcast. We're going to close out with Genuine Song. I really do appreciate you guys that tune in every Friday night. People that tune in after the show definitely means a lot to me. You guys can definitely go to www.theminxshow.com so you guys can stay up to date with all the new stuff that we got going on. We definitely have new merch. I definitely updated the merch, the merchy merch. Because I added some new stuff. I wanted to change one of the things that I had up. Let me show you guys. I wanted to put my logo more into like a high definition. So that's exactly what I did. App window. Here we go. All right, so you guys can see. This is the Minx Show's store. So yeah, this is the new logo. I wanted to add the iHeartRadio, the Spotify, and the iTunes logo. So that's what I added recently. This is a drawstring bag. I just love bags, and I ordered a couple of them. Of course, we have the Minx Radio hoodies. We got that. It's hoodie season. This hat is dope, though. I love this hat. And yeah, it's a little bit pricey, but you're getting quality. So again, you got the Minx Show hats. We got the kids' clothes now. I know a couple of people have asked me. They said, "Oh, Minx, do you have anything?" So we got some little baby stuff. I just want to be very clear. I want to be very clear when I say this. I am not pregnant. Okay, I just want to make that clear because people be thinking some funny shit. Why is she putting up? Is she trying to tell us something? Nah, I ain't pregnant. I just, people did ask me, do you have any, onesies and shit? So now we got some onesies and shit for you guys. One of the last things, what was the last thing? Okay, back to, the merch. All right, so we got the onesies up. I'm going to probably get that for my nephew because he's just so tiny. We got the bags, we got the hoodies, we got the cup, we got the Minx Show podcast cup. So y'all want to have some tea with me, coffee with me, definitely cop that. Dope shit. Okay, so I definitely worked my ass off this whole week trying to get that together for you guys. Everything about branding is important. And my final thoughts for this show is this. Y'all need to tap in with people that can help you get your websites together because as of January, it's a wrap. I don't really see all of this stuff still being around by next year. They're restricting us. They're taking away our creative freedoms, and y'all need to just start getting those affairs in order. Okay. So they're laughing. Quality is important. Yes, hi, y'all. When you guys do your logos, a lot of people have been asking me, can you help me? Can you help me? I got you. You got to give me some time. It took me a long time to figure all this shit out. So I definitely worked very hard on that. And we will be getting some more stuff together. I know some people have been asking me to put like some of my quips and stuff like that as a brand. Would you wear a t-shirt that say, I don't give 2 fucks in hell? I would. But it is what it is. But again, I thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to get Genuine song on. And I did send out an email blast earlier. So some of y'all may be like, oh my God, this bitch is sending me blast. I only do a blast once a week, guys. Once a week. I don't go crazy. Genuine. Where are you in my emails? I gotta find them. I know I saw it. Here we go. That Way, is that what it is? Genuine? Is that the song? That Way? I think it is. Okay, so I want a shirt that says that. I'm gonna get it. Alexis, I'm gonna get it. It sounds so weird when you say, because my name is also, my government name is Alexis. So it's just so weird saying my name to somebody else who has my name. Yeah, I don't look like an Alexis, I know. That's my government. Alexis. All right, so Genuine. I'm going to assume that that's the track, and we're going to play that. And okay, yeah, so he said it is the track. All right, cool. So I'm going to get that on, and this is the Minx Show podcast, and I'll be around. I probably won't go right directly to sleep. I'm probably going to go on Live Me for a little while. She says, I understand. It's so weird. Like, Alexis, like, oh my God, that's my fucking name. And it's like, no, your name is Minx now. And I gotta absorb that. All right. So again, this is the Minx Show podcast. We're going to get this song by Genuine on. This song is called That Way. And here we go. Now, hold on. What the hell kind of file is this, Genuine? Oh, hold on. Now I understand why. It's not a Genuine. You got to send me it's not coming up as a MP3 or AIFF, or it's not coming up as an audio file. Hold on. What the fuck? I hate when shit like that happens. You're like, what? That's happened to me a couple of times. Genuine. Okay. Let me see if I can get it to play from here. I was trying to get it to play from my computer. Oh no, it's not coming up. It's just a dead file. You got to send me the other. Got to send me the other as an MP3 or a wave, because it's coming up as a dead file. Oh, I hate when that happens. Send it to me, Genuine, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go live on my other show, and then I'll play it from there. All right. Send it over to me, Genuine, and I'll send you the link on the other live that I'm going to be on. All right. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. You guys just, mean so much to me, and I appreciate you guys, all of you. I really do. It makes me feel so good as a person that I do this every week, and just the people that I touch and the people that I network with, it just means so much. So thank you guys. Enjoy your evening. And until next week, I will be back.